Hey guys, Janice Vaughn, letting your light shine. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you all so much for all your likes, your comments, subscribes, shares, support for one another. You guys, it's amazing. Thank you. All right, so today I wanted to talk about 3 primary reasons why the narcissist will never, ever, ever be satisfied with you, okay? The first reason is no matter what you do for him or her, it's never going to be good enough. Never. You can stop the world from moving and it's not going to be good enough. You can win the lottery, it's not going to be good enough, okay? No matter what you do, they will always, always find fault in something you do. If you're like me, you try to find the good in people, okay? You try to see all the good qualities, all the good traits, and focus on those. That doesn't work with a narcissist. I tried that for years. And there were nights that I sat there and like, okay, I don't want to focus on all the bad stuff about this guy. Let me focus on the good. So I would start writing down some of the good stuff about him. But the list was super short, totally short. Like normally with a friend of yours or a family member, you can write down, 25, 35 things that you adore or love about a certain person. With a narcissist, my goodness, I had a really hard time coming up with good things that I liked about him because 99% of the qualities were horrific. And I questioned myself and go, then why would I have ever stayed in that situation? But I did. It's my fault. Nobody else made that choice but me. So these are some of the questions that I had to dig deep about during my healing process over the last year. And, it really does help to sit with your own thoughts and your own feelings. When we reach to other people for their opinions and their perspective, that's great, that's wonderful. But people are never going to have the same opinion as you or I because they are not in the situation, okay? Just like everybody says, you can never judge a person if you've never walked in their shoes. Well, I remember just 6 months ago at the pool, I was having a conversation with a neighbor of mine and we were talking about some of the crappy things that happened, and she asked me how I ended up where I am, and I told her the whole miracle of coming up with all of this money out of nowhere to buy my home. And I told her the story from start to finish, and she was so sweet, and she said to me, she goes, Janice, I really appreciate you sharing your story with me. She goes, but I don't know how you feel because I've been married for 35 years and my husband is amazing. And I went, girl, that is wonderful. I would never want you to experience any of the crap that I endured. And I said, the fact that you have a happy, healthy relationship is so wonderful because not too many people have that these days. They just don't. And so people that you talk to about the issues with a narcissist is great. You've got to have that open door, that venting, point to go to. But a lot of times if your friends or family don't give you the advice that you're looking for, it's probably because they've never had to deal with a narcissist. Dealing with a narcissist is it's such a different level than most people ever would imagine that a lot of people can't relate. So therefore, they're not going to understand what you're really going through. And a lot of times that's why people say to you, well, why don't you just get out? Just leave. It's not that easy with a narcissist. It's not. There are conditions, there are repercussions, there are threats. There are so many things that happen, especially with the cycle of abuse that goes on. They don't understand. So talk to people, but if they don't give you the opinion or the answer that you're looking for, don't get upset with them. They just don't understand, okay? Dealing with, people that are hard to deal with, okay, we all endure that in our lives. But dealing with a narcissist goes from, dealing with not so good people to, holy crap, what the hell just happened? That is how it is with a narcissist. Like, you're on such a different level with them that most people will not understand unless they've been in the situation themselves, okay? Another reason a narcissist is going to be difficult to please is they will never remember all of the things you did for them, but they will certainly remember everything you did wrong, okay? And just because they think you did something wrong doesn't mean you did anything wrong, okay? Does that make sense? They want us to believe that we are the fault finders and we're the people that create all the issues for them. We're the ones that are the problem of the relationship. We are the ones who caused their life to be so screwed up and out of control. And well, you know, it's easy to blame other people. It's not easy to own your own shit, okay? But healthy people will own their own stuff and say, you know, I screwed up big time. I'm not doing that again. But with a narcissist, that will never, ever happen. So no matter what you do, and I, in my personal relationship with a narcissist, I found myself, and I caught myself a lot of times, I found myself going above and beyond. I would be extra kind, extra giving, extra loving, more than I would be with any other person on the planet, because I'm like, okay, if I'm extra kind today, if I'm extra loving today, if I'm extra supportive today, the narcissist has to love me. He can't be mad at me. Save yourself the trouble. I expended so much energy trying to please the narcissist, and it never was good enough, you guys, never. Save yourself, you know, save your sanity. Please do not expend the energy. And that is why I was so drained, because I was giving, but I was getting nothing in return. Nothing. Maybe 1% in return. Okay, I got to give the guy a little bit of credit, 1%. So I would give 99% and I would get back 1. Do you see how that's totally off balance? So you're never going to be an equal with a narcissist. Whereas a healthy relationship, you're going to be able to sit down with somebody, you're going to talk about your feelings, your thoughts, your ideas, what's bothering you, and you know what? That person is going to listen to you and say, thank you for sharing your heart with me. You know what? Let's make this work. Let's do this. Let's do that. That's what I've been experiencing over the last year with friends and you know, significant other, well, a significant other, I should say at this point. That it's really an even keel. It's total give and take equally, versus a narcissist is take, and you better give. And even though you're giving, it's still not good enough. It's still not good enough. So keep that in mind, because you're going to notice that your energy is completely depleted, and it's because you're giving too much. Take that power back and say, I'm not doing this anymore. I can't. Save your energy for yourself, because if you don't preserve that energy for yourself, you then cannot give back to yourself, nor the people that actually do love you and care for you. So you're giving all of this energy to somebody who just is going to suck it dry. It's like a freaking vacuum cleaner, okay? If you notice relationships with people who give you equally, there's no stress. There's no craziness. There's nothing. It's all just really relaxed. But with a narcissist, it's terrible. You feel like a freaking puppet. That's what I'm saying. They think we're puppets, and we're not. We're not puppets, okay? All right. If you subjugate, sorry, I can never say that word. Subjugate yourself, your needs long enough in yourself, you're going to lose yourself. And that's where I was finding myself right before I said no more, because I was giving so much of myself that I didn't know who I was. I was giving all of me to all of him. So in a sense, I was becoming him, which is why I was losing myself. So don't subjugate yourself to other people, because that is just their way of sucking every ounce of your being into them and then trying to manipulate you into believing that you are like them, which causes all of this controversy, which makes you question yourself. And it's just this crazy cycle. It's insane. Talking about it just drains me. It's crazy, but I have to share this stuff with you guys because these are the experiences that I went through, and I don't want anybody to go through what I did. I don't. The difference between craziness and peacefulness is 100%. 100%. Get away from these people, and your life is going to evolve like you never imagined. Okay? I know it's hard to get away, but just remember to put one foot in front of the other every single day. Don't ever take a step back. Don't ever sit there and go back in your bedroom and crawl into that blanket and hole yourself up and go, I can't do this. Yes, you can. You can do this. Okay? We all have those moments, but you know what? Your faith, your determination is stronger than the power that any narcissist will try and take and have that hold on you. Okay? Don't give your power away. Own that. All right, guys. Love and light to all of you. Talk soon.